Hey guys, so this is another instructional video. This time is for War, and this time around I'm going to make this video without any censorship. And pretty much everything that I can come up with, I'm going to add it on this video in this situation. And this time we're going to fight the strongest guild in the entire freaking game, Dream. So usually we don't have any hopes of actually winning this, but there's no better guild to face than these guys to show you what are the best ways to actually play with War, for sure, guys. Trust me. Some people say that it's all pockets, it's all money, but no, these guys know what they're doing. They're defense teams. I fought defense teams for like 200k in power with me and being in 250, and I've lost versus a few of these teams, so they know what they're doing. So hopefully this will show you how to actually make better teams and attacks and things like that. But this is the actual beginning of War that in my side of my team. So I'm going to show you how we usually do things, because we don't exactly have all the players with the highest level of heroes and things like that. So usually in F1 we like to actually put the players that are in the process of getting stronger and better, and usually we assign debuffers on F1 usually. But that doesn't mean that F1 is useless at all. Like the top 3 guilds actually use F1. Remember that F1 is increases stats provided by weapons and runes by 50% to all heroes. No hero can restore HP, so this is F1. This is the most important thing. Nobody heals, so yeah, it is what it is, guys. However, as I said, the top guilds like to use F1 because of 2 reasons. The first one is Molly, as I mentioned many times in my past videos. Molly is the hero that doesn't let anybody heal, your enemies heal, and when they heal, it turns into damage if used +5. So yeah, devastating if used properly. But in F1 she is useless in that situation. The only thing that she does in F1 is lower shields, and that's not exactly useful. Well, shields and stones. She's not completely useless, but yeah, you get the point. You're not gonna destroy anybody like only with her and things like that, like I've seen a few videos. And the other hero is Edgina. Edgina, oh my god, Edgina is a plague when she's attacking. But the weakness that Edgina has is if she doesn't heal, she will die eventually. Especially if you put an attack weapon on her. So her on F1 is not recommended to be used on the attack, and that's one of the reasons why the top guilds love to use F1, because they can set up teams that they don't have to worry about those 2 key heroes. That those heroes actually one-shot whales. Like, yeah, it's pretty disgusting. So in that situation, it levels the playing field in F1 for sure. So don't be afraid of using F1. I'm going to show you what teams Dream has a little bit later, because we haven't really started War yet here, because they do have really nice teams of F1 and they love using F1. So yeah, for sure. So for F2, this is the #1 field that people like to use when setting up defenses, because let me just read it real quick. This is F2 Rune Shield. Heroes will gain a shield equal to 50% of their max HP for 1 turn after being hit by a skill. So yeah, when you're setting up teams on defense in F2, you have to be mindful of what this is my teams, by the way. You gotta be mindful of which hero is going to hit first the enemy. So if you activate if these 2 activate, the enemy's gonna have like 30% shields. So after this, it's gotta be a hero that's gonna do a bunch of damage, and usually that's not a very good option here in that situation, because 30% shield means that they're not gonna take any damage at all. So probably the highest damage shield should be on the left side. So for example, Thor, Holmes is a good option here. Let's see, Damon is an amazing option to put here. Cathbad is amazing on the left side as well, because remember, if you use a Cathbad's ability if the enemy has shields, the probability of them getting zoomed is like 10 times lower than without shields. So having him on the left side on F2, that will almost guarantee when he goes off, somebody's going to be turned into a mushroom. That situation. So he goes off, somebody turns to a mushroom, and it's super annoying. Yeah, it's super disgusting, guys. And many other heroes that should be on this side here. I probably change this before Wars actually finishes, if I have time to do it, because I have really limited time here in that situation. So that's the main thing you have to take into account when you're setting up teams in Rune Shield. Just make sure that the left hero that you're actually adding there does a nice amount of damage, or is a realm hero that team realm hero that affects your team, because you do need to have that hero for. Let me show you my second team here. Like I set it up like this. So this gal over here, Artemis, will go off first. So the realm comes up, activates, and that protects me from enemy Molly. So, I mean, yeah, the number one way to kill Alia Mildred teams now is using Molly. And this way I can actually prevent her by not doing that cheap attack in that situation. So Mildred Alia teams are strong against Egina team, so in that situation that you don't have to worry about Egina one-shotting your Mildred Alia teams. However, Molly, yeah, you have to put your realm team realm creator on the left side here for sure, guys, because that way Molly won't be destroying you in that situation. So yeah, usually that's how you do F1 that situation. Let me switch the weapons just in case, guys, because war is gonna start real quick here, and I have to. Let me remove this here. Wow, everything changed here. So I'll actually like to. Let me switch it around here, because if I don't have time, probably I would like to do it like this, and have. Let me see. I can keep Apollo here, because I think the main thing here is that. Okay, let's see. I probably leave it as it is now that I think about it, because the main thing that I want to do here is that when it's the enemy's turn, they go off, and this guy over here is going to do a bunch of damage. So I give him the crit weapon here, and I add. Let me see if I can put this weapon here. So this way, let me switch this here, and perfect. So like this. So Apollo goes off a bunch of times. He's going to give crit to this guy here. He's going to get 60%, so 90% crit chance. So pretty much the hero that eliminates the enemy is going to be this guy over here, Gunoff, with his counter specifically, because he's going to do 200% more damage dealt in that situation. Let's see. And Molly does her thing and all that. So that's the strategy there. So the most successful teams that I've seen in War on defense is having two realm creators. One that affects your team, one that affects the enemy. So team realm and enemy realm creator in that situation. So usually you're going to be attacked by enemies that have really strong realms that affect your team in that situation. Like Agony, like Belnos, even Juki. Juki is freaking amazing, guys. She affects your team in a way that you pretty much lose. So having a good realm creator that affects your team, which is Apollo, and he goes off on his own a bunch of times when he has his realm up. So he's very important to use in this situation, and that will help you actually defeat your enemy. See, here I could use Yuki maybe, but this guy's a lot more powerful. But the main thing is, if you're playing Alia and Mildred, you have to have or Apollo or Artemis on the left side here, so they can activate first, so Molly doesn't kill him, as already mentioned. And here my red team, of course, two realm creators here, Agony, and the new hero here, for sure. Very, very powerful stuff, very important. Let me see if I can switch things here. Maybe I can leave it like this, but I'm definitely going to change this and this. She needs to have a good shield weapon here. I'll give her this one, that's fine. Here we go. So, this looks good, and this looks good. So now I'm going to save it here and lock the teams. So my first team is the team that I want to throw away amazingly, because I want this team to actually block as much, and this one to actually not let them reset, or at least give them a lot of problems to reset. But these guys are so good, I know that they will be able to destroy them in that situation. So anyhow, yeah, story of my life. 12 minutes here. So I'm gonna jump real quick to change my runes, so this time doesn't ruin me. So give me a second, guys. All right, guys, we're back. So let me switch it out here just in case. I'm gonna come out here. Now probably we have, yes, I think we have it all. Yes, everything's perfect. So my team is ready. So now let's talk about F3 here. F3 is increases duration of buff and debuffs by 2 turns for all heroes. So here, usually heroes that use buffs and debuffs are going to be a lot more annoying. Like for example, this guy over here, Aurora, is pretty freaking crazy here. Because of her damage share. All damage share heroes are going to get 2 extra turns, so that's pretty powerful. So this is actually a good a field in war to actually use a counterattack hero with damage share. So damage share is going to be, if it's not dispelled, damage share is going to be up the entire freaking fight, pretty much. So that's pretty powerful here. Cathbat is absolutely insane in this field because Shrooming is a debuff. So instead of 3 turns, it's going to be 5 turns. As I said, damage share. Let's see. This guy over here. Loki is pretty good here because his debuff is going to last a few more turns. Gunoff as well with his damage share. Like everything that is a buff or a debuff is amazing here. Usually in the past it was Shadingale teams were amazing, but like any hero that uses debuffs or anything, this is an amazing place to use. If I'm not mistaken, Mildred also lasts a little bit more. I have to confirm. Having 4 turns for the taunt, that would be freaking amazing. I have to confirm because I usually don't attack this area so much, but I'll definitely confirm later, guys, for sure. Now for F4, this is one of the specialty ones. F4 is all heroes increases attack by 1% for each one of their HP loss, up to 100%. So here you want to actually bring heroes that have immortality, and heroes that do a bunch of damage when they're only at 1 life. So in this case, definitely bringing Luna's. Luna is amazing here. Thor is a freaking monster here with his with the let me give you an example here. Let's see. With Lupita's weapon, he's absolutely broken. However, you can give him the Karma's weapon because when he is really low life, like only 1 life, I mean, this guy with Karma's weapon is pretty freaking amazing, guys. Pretty crazy stuff. He will get all the crit that he actually gets from the weapon, and he goes off, and the main thing is that he has to be +1 at least, because +1 is going to give him the immortality. If he doesn't revive, it's no bueno, guys. But if he's +5, yeah, it's going to be pretty devastating, guys. I mean, Thor has been nerfed a few times, but it doesn't matter. He's such an amazing hero, and here he's freaking disgusting, and you have to be very careful. So also when you actually attack in F4, you have to remember that your team as well, if they lose life, they will get a higher amount of attack. So you have to be mindful of that as well in that situation. Other heroes that are very powerful in this field is, of course, the immortality hero of immortality heroes, and that is, believe it or not, Sammy. This guy usually doesn't do a lot of damage, but in F1 when he's freaking reviving, yeah, this guy can do a lot of damage, especially if you're attacking it with a yellow team, for sure. So look in, that guy is super powerful, guys. So if you want to see the footage on this guy, you can check his Still Good video. Is probably one of my favorite Still Good videos I've made like ever. Very, very cool stuff, guys. So yeah, Revival. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Luna. Agony is absolutely sick Agony is freaking sick here because he makes everybody revives. He's in 1 life. He goes off just once with 1 life, and having your enemy stunned, he will freaking destroy everyone. Pretty disgusting hero to have in this place for sure. Now for F2 usually we don't put the strongest players here. However, I've seen in other guild fights. Let me read the abilities here. The battlefield is covered by fog. Spot 1 and 3 heroes of the defense team will hide in the fog and be invisible. The fog will dissipate when Dragoneers enter the battlefield, and the full defense team will be unveiled. So in this case, the first one and the third one will be hidden. For some reason, my guys are not really taking advantage of this, but I've seen in other fights with other guilds in which they hide Mildred and Alia on the first and the third one, so my guys will go in and attack and then and pretty much get screwed. Pretty much, they get screwed, and yeah. So, and you can actually hide other heroes that actually are problematic in that situation. Like this gal over here. If you hide her in the first one, and you have like another red hero in the middle one, that's gonna catch a lot of people yeah, by surprise for sure. Because in that situation, she's gonna go off and she's gonna destroy, and the red hero is gonna destroy everything. So yeah, very cool stuff. So imagine these two are pretty much this guy over here having Thor here hidden, and then maybe one random red hero here, and nobody's gonna think that that's gonna be like the red setup to actually destroy your enemy there. So yeah, I've seen a lot of guys like failing because they don't check the fog here. So actually, when these guys, you see they're attacked so many times, check the list here and see which enemies they're actually attacking. Because if you do not check which enemy you're attacking after they are attacked, you're gonna get surprised and you may lose the fight. So don't do that, guys. Always check the list here when they're available, when we actually start war here. So I'm gonna leave it here. The other part of the video, I'm actually going to comment when we actually face stream, and I'm gonna let it for some hours so you can actually see all this stuff here. All right, guys. We'll see you in a little moment there.